Hey guys, I know it's been a minute since my last video, but I'm back now, and this time I wanted to share my experience with eyelash extensions. So I wanted to get eyelash extensions for like 2 years, ever since I first heard of them. And I got them not so long ago, and at this point it's been about 5 weeks since I had them on, and I figured this is the perfect time for me to like judge them and give you guys my opinion and experience. So let's get started. Before I get into my own personal experience, I wanted to quickly touch on what eyelash extensions are for those of you who've never heard of them. Eyelash extensions are basically a semi-permanent way of enhancing your eyelashes by taking a single or double-stranded hair and attaching it as close as possible to the root of your hair. These extensions last about a month and a half, and to keep up the appearances, you have to do little fill-ins every 3 weeks. There are two universal types of eyelash extensions. We have the classic and the volume. But however, depending on the salon you go to, they might have like different unique names and designs for what they offer. The difference between the two kinds, aside from the obvious name, is the application of them. When applying classic eyelashes, they take a single strand of hair and attach it to each individual lash. Volume, however, they use double or sometimes even triple and attach them to either side of each hair, thus you get thicker and more voluminous eyelashes. The classic ones are of course a lot more cheaper because they take less material and of course less time to apply. However, the volume ones, because they're double-stranded, I guess, they supposedly do last longer because if one falls out, you still have the other extension on the other side of your lash. Now to the price part. So depending on what part of the country or countries you're from, of course, it will change. But I am from upstate South Carolina, and when I was doing research about the different salons around me, they typically range from around $60 to $150 and higher. I ended up paying $100 for mine. So as for my own personal experience, I at first did not know what exactly I wanted. I knew I wanted them to be longer than my natural lashes, and I knew I didn't want that like perfect even eyelashes all throughout, because for me it was like way too fake looking. Kind of reminds me of brooms for some reason. I wanted that uneven, messy, kind of almost spiky look. So upon talking to the technician and seeing what she thought about it, she recommended me going with the volume ones because my eyes are bigger naturally, and the spiky, messy look is kind of harder to achieve with the classic ones, so it would be better to go with the volume ones. So the whole procedure lasted about 3 hours, and those were like the longest 3 hours of my life. I say that because you are not allowed to move, talk, or breathe, almost. Okay, fine, a little exaggerating. But they basically tape your eyes shut so you don't blink, and you can't talk either because if you talk, you move your facial muscles, and that kind of, contradicts everything. So you just had to hold really still, and for some reason I had a really, really hard time with that. I just kept feeling like everything crawling and itching, and I just like, I don't know, it was just the hardest thing for me ever. I feel like I might have a little ADHD after that, or I realized I might have a little bit. But either way, overall, it was completely painless, or like I could not even tell a thing. Like I couldn't tell what part of my eye she was working at. So if for those people who are scared of like anyone getting close to their eyes, you have nothing to worry about. Like I could not tell where she was at all. You can't feel a single thing. Now, when I first saw my lashes, I did a tiny bit freak out in my head because I was not expecting them to be so luscious. I usually don't wear falsies. I don't know, I just usually, it's not my thing all the time. And if I do wear some, they're voluminous or long, not both combined. So when I saw them, I was like, oh my goodness, they're huge. But I got over that pretty quickly a couple of days later. It was just like that initial like, wow, I'm not used to that. One thing that did really surprise me about the lashes is how light they were. Like I could not tell that I had them on only by like seeing them, and like obviously I have these extensions on my face. But other than that, they are so much lighter than falsies. Like, I was so shocked and happy. So I do apologize about one thing. I didn't take as much pictures as I thought I would, and that is partially my fault. I kind of got them done the day that we left for vacation. So our road trip didn't really present us with that many leisure opportunities. So we didn't have that many moments to like relax. If you guys ever been on a road trip, it's like kind of like a go, go, go. You're either on the road or waking up super early or going to bed super early. I mean, super late, whatever. Either way, I didn't have a lot of times. And then on top of that, on a road trip, I didn't really wear that much makeup because, you know, you're hiking or you're in the car. I just didn't really care much about it. So the few pictures I do have, they're not quite the best. So I'm so sorry about that. In the future, I do know now to get them a couple days before my vacation, not the night of. But overall, the first week I completely fell in love with my eyelashes. It was such a breeze to just get up and have like a full set of eyelashes on. I'm a natural redhead and my features are very blonde. Of course, I dye my hair and my eyebrows, but my eyelashes are still blonde. And being able to just wake up and already have black, thick, beautiful lashes was so nice. It was like I was missing out on something that every other person in the world already has. Because usually, like, if I go out or something and I don't want to wear makeup, I still, like, put on, like, eyebrows and mascara. Because if I don't, people are like, are you sick? Are you okay? How are you feeling? You look kind of fluffy and weird. So just having black lashes was, like, amazing. I don't know even how else to explain it. It's just awesome. Another thing that I noticed the first week compared to the continuing weeks to come is that the first week I had the most eyelashes fall out throughout the day. I'm guessing the ones that weren't as attached as well, or the ones maybe were just like more loosier or something, they fell out really quick. Because I remember at first I was kind of like panicking because I was like, okay, it's day 3 and I'm having like 6 lashes fall out. Like, what the heck? It's a lot. But as the weeks continued, they just kind of stopped falling out, or I would have like 1 or 2 a day and that's it. So I'm guessing it was like the first initial like shedding or something. My inner tear duct eyelashes fell out like the 3rd day, just completely. She kind of warned me about that the inner lashes are the hardest and most likely going to fall out the first. So I kind of was prepared for that, but it did kind of make me a little sad. People often also talk about how if they have extensions, they have a hard time sleeping at night. I personally didn't have that problem. I slept just fine. I mean, yeah, you wake up with kind of a little crazy looking eyelashes, but I don't know. I didn't really think about it or like try on purpose to sleep on a certain side. I did notice though, since I sleep on my right side, my right eyelash is a lot thinner than my left. It's not a huge difference, and frankly, it doesn't really bother me, but I can see for someone who's like very paranoid about that, how that could be a big deal. So some negatives about the eyelashes, since pretty much everything I've been saying up to this point is a positive. You really shouldn't wear makeup around the eyelashes. So you can wear like, you know, eyeshadows and foundation, everything else, but to help elongate the life of your eyelashes, you shouldn't put anything on the actual lashes. So no mascara, no eyeliner. You can, of course, there's no like rule not to, but if you do, you pretty much start breaking up the glue. So that's the one sucky thing, is if you want something a little extra, you kind of, you know, can't do that. Another really negative thing, which probably was the most that bothered me, is you can't rub your eyes. So sometimes, you know, you get a little itch or you just really want to like give them a nice good rub. You can't really do that, because if you do that, they kind of start sticking every direction, and of course you lose a lot more. Now, I'll be honest, the last 2 weeks, I kind of just gave up and have been scratching and itching and everything, because I kind of like just, whatever. I have like 10 pieces left on my whole face, so I guess I shouldn't, but I just can't help it anymore. Also, whenever they get wet, they do kind of look a little funky. They look a little like huge, wet spikies, and I guess if you're like at the beach and stuff, that might be a little annoying, having these huge black blobs around your face. And then of course, you have to, as soon as you like get out of the water or you're done swimming or whatever, you have to brush them out right away, because if they dry, there's not gonna be fun, because they dry like that same shape. So it's kind of a lot of maintenance if you're swimming or stuff. So that's like a big negative, I guess, if you're going to the beach or something. And of course, the price I think is kind of negative, because for me, it's kind of expensive to be paying around $80 or $100 a month to get them filled in. Maybe in another life, that would be fine. But at this point, that's the reason why I didn't get them filled in at 3 weeks, because it's just too expensive to pay $80 or $100 every single month. Now, in conclusion and overall, I absolutely loved the eyelash extensions. It was just such a breeze just to already have them ready. And of course, like I already mentioned, I didn't have to wear makeup as often. I just kind of got lazy. And on top of that, the times that I did do my makeup, it cut it like in half. Everything was just so much quicker, because all I really had to do was just, my skin, basically. That's really it. Would I get my eyelashes done again? Absolutely. I think they're awesome. They make your life snippet easier. I would probably save them more for like vacations, because like I said, they are pretty pricey. They're not cheap. It's like getting your hair done, and your hair lasts months. So, it's more, I guess, for special occasions for me. I hope this video is helpful for any of you who are considering to get your eyelashes done. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like these. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.